Hey guys, I'm back, and I did a video before about our plans of adding $48.17 towards our principal payment because our escrow went down. Um, I decided to start this on March of 2022, but then I decided I was going to do something differently because my goals have changed a little bit regarding paying off debt. So in the previous video, I talked about doing a loan modification during when everything happened and everything closed down and people were losing their jobs. And we did a temporary freeze on paying our mortgage. Obviously, that was done through our bank. Our bank had reached out to us and asked us if we wanted to do that. And we went ahead and did that and took that offer. And during that time period, our we ended up lowering our interest rate. So it was kind of like a refinance, but not having to pay anything out. But it was really a modification. But our total interest did go down. I had talked about that our escrow had went down, and it was going to leave us with $48.17 that I was going to add to our principal payment. So we were originally paying $15.50 a month, and then our escrow went down to $1501.83, which left us with $48.17. And instead of just keeping that and adding it to another bill, we decided to use that towards our principal. So total mortgage plus escrow would still remain $15.50. So as of March of this year, it would be a year since that modification. And I decided that for our 1 year anniversary, I was going to add $100 on top of the $48.17. As most people would say or advise, take that $100 and put it towards another bill. I've learned that I can't pay off debt based on what other people say, the way they say to do it. It's become very emotional for me. And so because of that modification, like I said, it was kind of like a refinance where those 5 years that we were paying off the mortgage kind of had to reset, and then it was tacked on to the original mortgage. So basically, instead of the 30-year mortgage starting in 2016 when we purchased the house, it moved to 2021, which was like we had refinanced for another 30 years, which is fine because our principal went down. But personally, emotionally for me, it wasn't fine because now I feel like it's going to take us much longer to pay off our mortgage. And my current goal regarding our mortgage is to pay enough ahead so that our mortgage can be back to its original time frame of paying it off, if that makes any sense. So if I would have stayed with $48.17, just extra, we would be where we would be right side up as far as what is being paid towards our principal and what is being paid towards our interest. It would take us till June of 2028 for us to be upside right, if that makes sense. So right here, this is the interest. When we make our mortgage payment, this is what goes towards the interest, and this is what goes towards the principal. So in order for it to be right side up, it would take us until June of 2028 for us to have more money being put towards the principal versus the interest. So if we only put $48.17 towards the life of the loan, that would take us to April of 2049 to pay off our mortgage. Our original mortgage was supposed to be paid off in 2046. So currently, if we don't put anything extra, our mortgage won't end until 2051. I'll be pretty old by then. I'm currently 48, so I'll be 49 this year. I'm not trying to owe on our house that later in my life. So what we decided to do is put an extra $100 towards the 148.17. Our income has increased, so it's not like it's gonna take money away from something else. Taking it from paying another bill, it just means we've decided to use that extra $100 to put towards the mortgage. So I went ahead and did another printout with the 148, and because our 1-year anniversary for the loan modification / refinance was in March of 2021, I decided that we would go ahead and start on March of 2022. So this number is not correct. I'm not sure how this number is calculated, only because I did this on the Dave Ramsey mortgage calculator, and this is the number that it came out with. We're actually in between this number currently. So we are at $253,583.72. So we're in between that number. So I wanted to do a monthly report on a mortgage based on the 148.17, and then maybe if we added any extra, I could come back and let you know if we did decide to up that to an even 150 maybe. My goal is still to pay off our credit card debt this year and our van. So like I said, this $100 is from a pay increase that we had this year. So it's not taking money away from paying off other debt. It's just money extra that we had that we decided that this is where we were going to put it. So because we're paying $148.17, say if that's all we added for the life of the loan, it would actually be May of 2027 when we are right side up, meaning most of our mortgage payment will go to the principal versus the interest. And previously it would have taken us till June of 2028. So this actually, that $100 extra will take us to May of 2027. And then also it'll actually let us pay off the loan on 2045, which is actually a little bit under a year off of our loan, because I'm not really sure what month our original loan would have been paid off in 2046. But at this point, having it on 2045 of December, it still takes it away from the original loan, which is really good. Even if it's just a month early from the original loan payoff. So that is what we are going to be doing. Like I said, I haven't decided if I should just round this up to 150 and then I'll recalculate all of this. But I think for now, this is what we are going to do. I really, really want to turn my 30-year mortgage into a 15-year mortgage. So we purchased the house in 2016. So if I were to add 15 years to that, the loan will be paid off in 2031. So I hit the camera. I also, even though our mortgage isn't a 15-year mortgage, I do want to turn it into a 15-year mortgage, if that makes any sense. Because I don't want to hold this mortgage for the life of the loan for 30 years. So I'm 48 going on 49. You add 29 more years to that, I'm gonna be pretty old. And I don't want to do that because I've always wanted to have a 15-year mortgage, but with the cost of living currently, there's no point in trying to refinance this into a 15-year mortgage because there's no way we would be able to make that leap of such an increase in our monthly mortgage payment, if that makes sense. So by adding a little extra, that's how we're going to do it. That's my long-term goal with regarding our mortgage, is to turn it into a 15-year mortgage versus a 30-year mortgage. But currently my main goal is to you know, pay it off at the original payoff loan date, which was 2046. And like I said, if we only pay 148.17 for the life of the loan, the remaining of the loan, it still takes us back to the original loan payoff date. Let's see what else I wanted to talk about. Oh, also, because the housing market, it is the way it is, everyone in our neighborhood who didn't sell their house got a notice from our county that all of our market value of our houses increased by over 100K. So I'm not sure if I talked about this, but when we took out the loan for the house, we purchased the house at $270,000. When the house was appraised, it was valued at $284,000. So we walked in with $14,000 worth of equity. And with the rise and fall of the economy, and also there's so many houses that are being built in our area, like right down the street, that are really pricey homes. There's no way we could have afforded to live in this neighborhood had we wanted to try to buy a house now. So we got in before all of the housing boom happened, and our house went up from, according to the county tax, and that's just what I'm going to go by, our house was valued at $284, but we only paid $270, or we financed only $270. And from the county tax records, or they gave us a notice that our house is marketed at, or the value, what they're going to tax us on, is $378,000. So, which is funny, because the reason why we were able to pay the $48.17 originally was because our escrow went down, but now it's going to go up again. So I will have to start putting money towards the escrow to help cover the taxes, because this was the first year that we didn't owe anything, because our escrow was actually over instead of under. But if we don't add anything extra towards the escrow this year, I know we will be hit with a big tax deficit that we will end up having to pay. And they give us two choices: either pay it up front or tack it to our mortgage. And I don't really want to tack anything that we owe to our mortgage. So we do have a TSP loan that will be paid off in June, I believe, which is $125 a paycheck, and that they take out to pay the TSP loan. So what we're going to do is wait till June and start adding that towards the escrow, so that if we do owe anything for taxes, it won't be as large. So that is our goal for our mortgage. If you guys have any suggestions or tips or any advice regarding, I guess, how to save for taxes, or what I should do regarding that, please leave them down below in the comment section. But like I said, I know that this isn't the way you're supposed to be paying off debt, but at the end of the day, this is personal. And for me, our mortgage is very emotional for me, as far as I really feel like I need to get it back to the original payoff loan year, because 2051, that's a really long time away, and I don't want to be owing on this house for the remaining of my life. And I have other goals that I want to accomplish as well, and having this mortgage for the next 29 years is not on that goal. So I hope you guys found this video informative, and maybe motivational for you, that if you do just pay a little extra, even if we were only paying $48.17, and that's my alarm going off. Sorry about that. Where is it? Even if it was only $48.17 or even $20, it still makes a big difference because, you know, the loan is so large, what we owe on it. So, like I said, it's 2022, so in 2027 we'll be right side up, and then most of our, or not most, but at least the money will start going towards the principal and not the interest, which I'm really excited about. And I'd really like to get this sooner than later, like to push it up maybe to 2024 possibly. But like I said, the main goal is to turn this 30-year mortgage into a 15, but currently, you know, just having it being paid off in 2026 is, or 2020, or 2045, I'm sorry. That would be great too. Okay, so I'm starting to ramble, and as always, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you haven't subscribed already, please do so. If you want to see more of these, our goals for our monthly mortgage principal payment, please like this video, and I'll do more videos like these. And as always, you guys have a wonderful day. God bless, and I will see you next time. Bye.